guys, finally he sleeps back again with another market tricks video. This is episode 23. We're doing these weekly. It's going on half a year. So the icon wave riding is what we've been doing for months and months and months. And things took a hit this week. So this was what I was talking about. I was concerned about with the release of the soft reset and second anniversary, the UI changes, moving the market back into the was it my team tab. So there's a step between you and the market. And with the shift to the rank tokens, I think that first week people were able to do it. So if you look at the waves on these players, it's up and down, and then it peaked right coming into the reset, and then there was a drop and a little spike last week, and then it plummeted. So all of these players were being purchased at such a ridiculous price this week, over the weekend when they normally drop. But instead of them dropping down to a reasonable like 2.1 to 2.2 mil, they came down to that 1.6 to 1.9 range, even some of the high tier players. And that drop made me nervous. So initially I went into this and I was like, I'm only going to get 10 of every icon. And then I got 10 of every icon. It was really easy and was watching the price almost bottom out. I'm like, well, this is close to the 1.5 slum value. So we may as well just go ahead. And so I picked up 20 of everything just as an experiment this week to see how much it would recover, or if it would recover at all with the second anniversary. So now you can see this stuff. This is the window. For me, it was about 6-7 hours after reset on Thursday. So after the weekly reset, values are starting to come back up. They're there, and in the beginning of this window, I'm able to sell stuff with a decent markup. If I'm getting 2.5, 2.6 mil, like here for best out of a player I was buying at 1.8, I'm still coming in, I'm clearing 2.25. I'm making 450,000 coins per player. But on some of the low end players, the window and the gap there, it didn't recover enough to really make a difference to the 10% sales tax. So I ran through this for about 40 minutes, selling what I could at when the value was there. And then instead of there being like a 6-hour window of sales, that was about an hour. It was about an hour window in that time frame. 6, 7 hours, 8 hours after reset. By 10 hours after reset, the values had dropped. And the values were back down into that buying range from what we were used to. So I stopped. That was where I ended it and didn't push any further. This is playback. This is recorded playback. I didn't do this live. So this is where it was. And I'll show you where I'm at now. So this is currently, this is Friday. So this is the next day. This is a day later. And we ended it at 6.8. So we started this week at 6,615,257,357. And I'm ending the week at 6,839,085,499. So it's up about 200 million. 200 million, that's it. And I stopped. So if I go in and look at my players, and I've still got all these icons. I didn't sell them. So I only sold about a third of what I had. I recovered my coins. I gained a little bit of a profit, but I felt like if I pushed it further, it wasn't going to help me at all. So if we look at this chart here on, let's say, Rivaldo, you see how it dropped down into the 1.7. There was a little bit of a spike here yesterday, and then it's back down. I feel like the wave is going to come back up. And that 3.5 mil from a few weeks ago, I don't know if we're going to come back up that high anytime soon, but it is going to resurface. I feel like it is going to resurface. People are not getting as many universal rank tokens out of this event as they thought they would. The shift from universal rank players to universal tokens is a little different than was expected. And I think right now we're seeing the lag of the button change. And there's still people that it's not in your face the way it used to be. You've got to actually take a step to get to the market. And I think people are just getting used to the new changes here with it. I will continue to reinvest in these. I'll probably go one more week into this and buy back some of it and see if that window settles next week the way it is this week. I'm still trying to dump the players, the tradable players that I have, but I'm just trying to get rid of all of these. I'm only down to a few of the tradables, but I am going to make a big change this week. I figure I would do it here. I've still got Dudek in at goalie, and he's a 110 ranked to 115. The anniversary event has finally released an Allison worth using. So he is 1,000. I've got my 1,000. I think I'm going to buy him because I see the value on Dudek is dropping as people start to claim Allison. So I'm going to go ahead and get him. I normally wouldn't do this because there is always a chance that I could pack an untradeable Allison that is worth nothing to me now because I just used my 1,000 to grab Allison. But hopefully I can get 1.2 out of that Dudek. 1.2 billion out of it before he continues to drop in any more value. That's my fear. I don't want to get stuck with this Dudek that won't sell. And he still has some utility right now because there's so many people that are waiting on this Allison. So let's go ahead. Let's see. 140. It's an odd number to go up. 280. Is it because see that these rank up tokens are based off of their starting value too? So people are going through these rank up tokens a lot quicker than they thought they would. This is a positive. This is very positive for someone who's hoping that people are going to need these rank up tokens to push. Is this the last one? 117. Let's use his skill points before I forget. This is always the worst for me, is I forget acceleration, handling, position. I want handling, position, and jumping. Which way are we going? Acceleration, handling, and positioning. I think... Do we have a choice? We're going to go... How do we have here? Super keeper, goalkeeper, rush. We could go sweeper keeper. Do we want to go goalkeeper rush? Yes, we want to max this out. All right, that's the way we're going to do it. And let's go ahead and we will train him. Well, actually, we're going to transfer Allison, or no, Dudek. Where's he at? Dudek. Training transfer to Allison. All right, and then can we get him the hell out of here? 1.48. So he just continues to drop. 1.4. We'll see if we can. If I can get at least 1.2 out of him, I'll be happy. And that will make a big jump. So we're ending this week at 6.8. If I can get 1.2 out of Dudek, that will push me to 8 billion next week. after I buy back and continue to sell, we'll see where it goes. 8 billion if I can get the money out of Dudek that I want. 8.5 bill to 9 billion if the market recovers and people start to find that button. So that's where we're going to end it for this week. Experimenting after the soft reset. Hopefully things will get better and we can return to the icon writing, or we might have to find somewhere else to go. We'll see. And I've got a few investments with the soft reset. Whether or not they're going to pan out, we'll see. We're monitoring it. So kind of go from there. 8 billion. I'd like to have 10 billion before the soft reset's done, because I want to make some changes and I would like to get this to 116. 115 is right there. I think one more player swap and we'll be at 115. 116 for the Liverpool past and present by the end of the second anniversary event will be phenomenal. I don't think I can hit 116. I can hit 115. We'll see when 116 comes. Finally Sleeps, thanks a lot for hanging out this week. Market Tricks will be back next week. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.
Finally he sleeps, finally he dreams. In a world of games it seems.